Are you looking at improving your sim racing? Are you looking at getting into sim racing but have no clue whether you have the budget, the room, whatever? Are you looking at improving what you have? What's worth upgrading? What's worth not? And I'm not just talking about the steering wheel, the pedals. I'm talking about the PC too. If you want to improve your racecraft, your racing lines, whatever, however however high the bar can go, it might be worth dropping a sub. And I'm not begging you for a sub. No. It's so you get notified when I release a video in this series once a week, starting off the bare bones basics. So the basics is going to be like the bare minimum, and then it's going to move up to something like how to make the most of the minimum so you can be competitive, and going up to, like we just covered, racecraft and wizardry, not wizardry, but going up to racing lines, tracks, car setups, how to deal with dive bombers, blah, blah, blah. Instructive, but I won't call myself an instructor. I mean, I'm pretty new to this. You probably could tell this is like the 70th time I've attempted just to record a fucking intro. Sorry for the language. If any of this sounds good to you, though, carry on watching, because we're going to hit the first 3 tips and I'm going to start getting to make video for next week, the next stage of the ladder, whatever you want to call it. So here we're going to start. Starting with, how do I get into serious sim racing? Now, many people have said to me, I just haven't got the room for it. You don't need shitloads of room. If you've got a PC and a desk, you've more than likely got all the room you need. You don't need one of those special seats that these series guys have to be competitive. Those seats that take up half your living room. Now, don't get me wrong, look fucking awesome. You just don't need one. You know, if you get room later on, you can add one. You just don't need one. This is all you need. Yes, I know, before you say it's on wheels, and every time you touch the brake pedal, you're going to send yourself flying across the living room. As funny as that would be to see, let me help you fix that. Look, there's my chair, proof's in the pudding. It spins. And I'm set up in the middle of the living room. You get your boss chair, you take the wheels off, and you put these bad boys on. Now, I will say just quickly, if you have a Logitech steering wheel with the pedals that come with them, especially like the G920 series, the brake pedal is very stiff, so I recommend getting this as an addition. Nothing fancy, but if you're one of those Logitech pedals on a laminate floor, cheap and bloody effective, trust me. Back when I was on the Logitech, these were a lifesaver. Now what this is going to do is ensure when you press the brake pedal, you don't go anywhere. That's the point of it. I am on a laminate floor, on just a normal spinny chair, and I haven't even got rubber feet on. Now, I actually recommend this steering wheel. It's an absolutely amazing starting point. It's severely underrated, and it's more than good enough to get competitive with as a beginner right through to pro, seriously. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not going to be as good as the more expensive stuff, but trust me when I say it's good enough. Now, I do run the pedals that come with a Moza R3, and I do believe the Moza R5. This is the upgrade part for the brake pedal. I really recommend it. Without it, the brake pedal is just like a throttle pedal. It does feel pretty shit. You can get this part, it's really cheap, and it really does improve your braking and your feel for the braking as well, especially if you're learning to trail brake. The downside is that these pedals that come with the Mozas don't come with a clutch pedal as standard. You don't necessarily need one, especially while starting out. I would maybe think about getting one later down the line. Not too expensive. But like I said, you really won't need one to begin with. Now, if budget is really a thing and you want to get as much as you can for your money, this is a steering wheel, the Logitech G923. I started off with it. It's a damn good wheel. It's not direct drive. That's the downfall, but to be honest, it's more than good enough to be competitive with. Trust me, it's for the money. It's a damn good wheel, and you get that clutch pedal as well. The brake pedal, like I said earlier in the video, is damn stiff. That's the downfall. You will get used to it, but get those rubber bottoms. Here's the beast. Now, I will say this. I fucking hated the pedals, but that steering wheel feels top notch. For the money, it is an absolute bargain. And I promise, it's more than good enough to be competitive with. It comes in around £60 less than the Moza R3 that I do recommend, to be honest with you. But it is literally plug it in, download the Logitech software and play. That is literally it. You do need to download the software for the Moza R3 as well, so don't get it twisted. But it is the most simplest way the Logitech is to just jump straight into serious sim racing. And it is good enough. In all honesty, if you can stretch that little bit of extra budget, I do recommend this wheel. It'll last you longer. It'll grow with you for longer. And it's just easier to upgrade with. So you spend a little bit more now, you spend a little bit less later. So, in this video, we've gone over you don't need a miracle chair to compete with these Max Verstappen's wannabes on miracle chairs. You don't need amazing steering wheels that cost thousands of pounds. If you've got a desk for a PC and a chair, you've got room, if it's in budget, to just get a fairly basic steering wheel and get into some serious sim racing. As you can see here in this very silly photo of me. Now, admittedly, I am absolutely fitting myself. I'm not used to this, and I promise as the videos go on, I am going to improve video quality. I am going to give you a better delivery on everything, and I am working on improving everything as we go. The third tip of tonight, if you have been playing on Forza or Gran Turismo, I know this from experience, this is going to have given you some bad habits onto your steering wheel. So, for example, if you take this onto a sim like iRacing and just steer like this, like you would on Forza or Gran Turismo, this is going to be the equivalent to going 100 miles an hour down anywhere and then just doing this. Whoa! Shit's going to get really nasty for you. Why is the dog on the sofa? Magic trick. Other one got jealous with the looks of it. Don't know why I've brought the dog up here. So, anywho, get used to, for your third tip, smooth steering inputs, smooth pedal inputs, understand real life car physics. For example, as you put pressure on the brake pedal, the rear of the car is going to lose weight. The weight's going to be transferred to the front of the car, meaning less grip on the rear tyres, meaning that the chance of oversteer is increasing quite largely. Same as on the accelerator. You accelerate too hard without obviously wheel spinning, you are going to shift the weight from the front of the car to the rear of the car, meaning that you're going to have more rear grip, less front grip, meaning that if you're going around the corner and you start accelerating pretty hard, yeah, you're going to understeer. You're just going to shove the car off the track. Get used to your inputs before you jump into anything meaningful, if that makes sense. Because it's going to be massively different to use a controller. Controller is going to have taught you some bad habits, especially this one, like overlapping brake and accelerator. Some cars accept it, some cars don't. On steering wheel, you will really feel a massive difference between each car that you drive. Like, massively different. And you'll start to feel the character of each car. Now, I think that covers the third tip. Next video, I'm going to touch more in detail about what I've just said. I'm going to talk about probably a little bit of getting the car going as well, around track, being more stable around other drivers, just to help you get into sim racing a lot better. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we're going to start off basic. So this video, getting into sim racing, a little bit about car physics and steering inputs. Next video, we're going to go up a little bit more complex. We're going to talk about in detail what the inputs that you are putting on your pedals, your steering wheel affect the car in the sim. The week after that, it's going to be probably Racecraft, trail breaking, that sort of game. And as I said in the series, every week the videos are going to get a little bit more advanced as we go. But because I'm new, we'll start from the beginning and going to make good. Like I said, I'm going to get better as I go on. If anything in this video has helped you, interested you, if anything that sounds like it's going to be interesting to you or helpful to you in the future videos, I'd massively appreciate it. So what that's going to do is massively help me. Thank you very much. And it's also going to notify you on the next video. It's going to notify you when I go live next Sunday at 10 PM and every Sunday after that. Yeah, so hopefully I'll see you in the next video or the next stream. That'd be nice. Thanks for watching. If you've got this far, really, really appreciate it. Don't understand. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers. See ya. Bye.